Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas or whatever other holiday you celebrate, and hope you all had a Happy New Year. We're back with a little horn update. I am doing, amidst my break right now, because of the winter, I am getting some stuff ready to ship out in the near future and have some work done. I have some parts that are just beyond what I can do with what I have here at home. So I have to enlist in a good friend of mine to do some machine work. So I'm gonna do just a quick little show on this one. You guys might remember these bells from unboxing the CSX Early K5HL hybrid with the number 5 bell in place of the 4. These bells all need work to get them back to factory spec, which is basically what I'm looking for. So everything's going to get cleaned up really quick, shipped out next month sometime. So that way by the time spring rolls back around and I start really getting back into the horn stuff, I will have all these parts at my disposal. They'll be here. I don't have to ship them out, wait for them to come back when I want them. Best time to do it is right now while I have nothing really going on with horns too much right now. So other than just prepping these parts for going. So we'll kind of get to it here. So if some of you guys kind of remember the movie The Mummy, when they opened him up for the first time and he was juicy. Some of you might remember that, how ooey and gooey he was. That's what is kind of going on inside these bells. They are nasty. You guys can kind of see that has not been cleaned. Has a lot of deposits from the rusty water in the air system from the locomotive. Some of these are a little bit worse than others. I'm going to try not to get my hand too dirty here. The 2 is not bad, because the 2 is not original. If you guys remember from the previous video about this horn, this is a 90s 2, so it's not original to the horn. But the 3 bells that are original, the 1, 3, and what am I forgetting here? Well, I guess the 1L ain't bad either, but you guys can see the 3 is kind of a mess. The 1 and 3 have significant nozzle wear. That's why those are getting shipped out. Here's the 5. You guys can see it's very... I even wiped it down some, but you guys can just see it's got that like good sooty nastiness that's wet still. So the 5 along with another 5 and another 5 and the 4. This 5 and this 4 are the early 90s bells from this horn that you guys saw way back in the summertime. Just kind of stopped on that project for now. A lot of those bells need to be shipped out too, so I'm just kind of getting together everything that I need to ship out and have work done. I have some bells over here too. The 3 bell from my Heritage 2 painted early K5HL BNSF, that's got to get remachined. I have a early, it's not early, it's just a 90s or 80s raised circle 3 that's very wore down. That's got to get remachined. I have another 40K era 3 that is extremely wore down. You guys might remember this from a video, not from last summer, but the summer before. When I got this horn, this 3 was just so wore down. The nozzle ring is like almost double the width because it's just wore down into the taper almost to the bore. So that needs some work. I have a raised letter, early raised letter, not super early, but new enough to where they started doing the radius cuts on there, but still all this outer stuff is cut on the lathe, so it's somewhat older raised letter. That 5 needs to be brought back up to factory specs because it's just down way too far with the filing. Okay. Some stuff you could say with filing, some you just have to get it machined. There's no way around it. So that's kind of what I'm to the point of right now. So I have all these parts that I'm going to be shipping out. I got to get them cleaned first. So I'm going to just kind of do a rush clean. I'm not really going to scrub too much just to get the soot off so you can handle it and your hands won't get dirty. It's basically what I'm looking for. We'll take you in here. Excuse the noise of the furnace. And I have all these bells. You guys can see I kind of moved a few things around. These have been sitting in here for a long time. Quite a few months now, soaking. And a couple of these are going to go and get remachined as well. So I have quite a lot of bells actually. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them all at one time. Definitely not in one box. I'm going to have to do like 2 big boxes, but I'll kind of have to see how much it's going to cost first. This might wind up shipping the really important stuff first, and then maybe afterwards shipping the less important stuff at, kind of do it a couple months in between. Just depends on how expensive this is going to be. But so this is stuff that needs to get shipped out and needs the work done. Here's the power chamber for the 2-piece 1L off of that CSX horn. Not in bad shape at all. This does not need to be shipped out. It's still well within spec. Not too dirty either. It's kind of nice. And then the base of the bell itself, where the power chamber attaches to. Just a couple other bells that I have kind of for some upcoming projects when I finally do start putting horns back together, testing horns and all that stuff, which you guys will see coming up on the channel. I do still have a bunch of not most of my parts. I mean, I got some parts in there, but most of them are kind of out and about right now because I'm trying to go through some stuff and figure out what I want to ship out. But I got some parts up in that corner right there that need to... Nothing over there needs work. The only thing that's over there right now is some parts, just some new raised letter parts and a newer raised letter high manifold. 2 high manifolds. One of them's for the early K5HL, the BNSF one. Like I said, the 3, some of you might remember from some of my sound recordings, the 3 is really warbly, and one reason was because it had a 4A on there, and it had a 40K or a 4A, so it was a little deeper than just the half-step bore, which actually it should have been. So I solved that issue, but that 3 there still needs to be remachined down. So I'm basically just going to go through all this stuff, see what needs machining, see what is okay for now. If I don't have to ship out something, I'm not going to, just to kind of save me some money, because it is going to be expensive. I have quite a few bells going out here. So I figured I'd give you guys a little update, because it has been a while since I've done a video. And that's about it. Hopefully you guys are doing good. I do apologize for the lull in activity on the horn channel. Like I said, I've pretty much been on a little hiatus just because of winter time. We've been dealing with like 40 below zero, winds, snow, so it's not really pleasant stuff even out in the garage. The garage is insulated, but it's still very cold out there, and I just don't feel like really honking horns in that type of weather, even if I'm inside, just because it is really cold. So that's why I'm kind of doing this right now. We're still, we still have about 3 months, actually 4 months here before the weather finally gets acceptable, in my opinion. So I'm going to take that time and ship this stuff out, so that way I'm not chomping at the bit to get it back. And then by the time I do have it back, I'll have some time to clean them a little bit better and just kind of start working towards spring and get some horns put back together, do some more testing. Really excited, especially for that early 90s tagless K5LA. That's been sitting in pieces for, well, since the summertime. I got it kind of late in the summer, and then I just kind of switched what I was working on there for a while. So, hope you guys enjoyed the little update. If you have any questions, any comments, feel free to throw them on there. I will talk to you guys as I always do. Love talking to you guys. I know a lot of you on Facebook now, Messenger, even Snapchat. Um, so yeah. Until next time, take care.